crop prices soften, understandably, the first thing producers consider is cutting back on input costs. But when you run through the math, the idea of investing in potassium fertilizer for your crop is not only sound agronomically, but it's sound financially. To put this into context, the last 2 years have resulted in record-breaking yields for a lot of farmers across the United States. While this is phenomenal for crop production and the profitability of producers across the United States, without question, these higher yields have increased the rates of potassium removal from our soils. The issue I think we have is you assume that the yields that we have achieved is a function of just having the right environment that allowed me to achieve those types of yields. So you get lulled into this false sense of security that I can cut back on potassium. But if these higher levels of productivity are continuing to draw down my soil fertility levels, when you don't supply potassium and it's needed by that crop, it ends up costing you money. Let's say you own a 370-acre cornfield in Illinois with a yield potential of 200 bushels per acre, and your soil test potassium level is 102 part per million. Let's also assume that the commodity price for corn is $3.50 per bushel. The cost of potassium in the form of muriate of potash for your field is $450 per ton, and you're following university recommended rates of fertilization. You can see I've entered all of those inputs into our ROI calculator. I hit calculate, and as you can see, I increase my profitability by $4,625, despite the softer commodity price for corn. So not only do I get my fertilizer investment back, but I also generate a profit and increase the long-term productivity of my soil. Let's run a new scenario holding all variables the same, the exception being we're going to change the crop to soybeans, and I'm going to change it to Iowa. If my yield potential for my soybean crop is 60 bushels per acre, and the price for beans is $10 per bushel, I stand to increase the net profit of my operation by an average of $11,378. Scenarios vary by state, but for improving the fertility of your soil, for getting the most yields, and for achieving the most returns this year, even amidst softening crop prices, an investment in potassium fertilizer makes good economic sense. If you want to run through your own scenario, use our exclusive ROI calculator and see if an investment in potassium fertilization makes sense for your operation as it does for so many others.